summer. Yeah, she's having a wonderful run, Lois, in the stable. It's all right. You're one of the best. Now, Wally Mitchell train galloper. Number 10, Bison Times. Mark Miller with the ride, the former champ jockey, yet the rider winner since he's come back, but he won't be far away. He could be a jockey to follow up in Kalgoorlie. And talking about Kalgoorlie too, I believe that once Hong Kong goes into time off, Kalgoorlie will be being beamed into Singapore. So we'll be able to help you out with as much information up there as we can on the Sunday racing from Kalgoorlie. There's 13, Flirtismo, awkwardly drawn, Rob Wells trained. Trials have been okay behind Balk in the Park, which is good. Trial form. And Flirtismo could be one at pretty big odds, but not for mine from barrier 15. Okay, now on the outside of Flirtismo, I'm just trying to pick up that little grey horse out there. It's Platinum Moon. Roddy Binder trains it. Hasn't shown enough in the trials to suggest it can play a part here. Right, they're dawdling off towards the barriers for the 2-year-old plate as we head upstairs. Here's Darren McCauley.
On the tote, Saxon Palace at $4 and $1.90. Jockeys are wearing black armbands in the next of the day. Wes, no doubt, as a mark of respect for Sean McGrady Sr., who passed away earlier this week.
Yeah, it certainly was sad news earlier on in the week. We heard of the passing of Sean McGrady Sr., also Denny Sokos as well. So the respect being shown out there on the track today, which is great to see. 2, 3, 1 numbers here, Darren. I found this a very hard race. There's plenty of chances. Most of the favoured runners have drawn wide, like the fact that Bikaromba raced first up over the 1,200-metre journey, 1,200 here. I've put him on top from number 3, Saxon Palace, who was ultra impressive on debut. 1, the Pariah, probably the forgotten horse. Loath to leave out Miner's Luck, and Admirable with the blinkers on. Certainly must be some hope, but very hard race. 2, 3 and 1. I've got a lot of respect for the 6-2, Darren. He's a nice-looking horse, False Bravado. I think in time will develop into a handy type, but Bikaromba on top here in race 4.
So staying with the Pure Win 2-year-old, who's part owned by Troy Van Heemst. Troy's the son of the chairman of Perth Racing, Ted Van Heemst, and operates the Linwood Park stud for them. Saxon Palace, just a bit shaky in the betting, out to about $3.80, pushing $3.90. As support comes for Bikaromba. Obviously great regard there for the Jim Taylor stable. Let's take you back downstairs once again, Marty, to count us into race number 4, the West Speed Plate.
Thanks, Mac. We've got Paddy Birmingham, Bernie Ryan just waxing lyrical behind me about the 4 Kalgoorlie Cups they own between them. 3 to Bernie, 1 to Paddy. And, yeah, great to catch up with a couple of the veterans of the racing scene here in WA. I'm sure they don't mind me calling them that. Back here for this race 5, Minor's Luck. Into 4.10 now. The money for it doesn't surprise. It was a very good run against the pattern behind Nolamara. 3, Saxon Palace has been a drifter. And Bikaromba's just being met with a little bit of support. The one they've come for is Admirable. Goggles on, it'll be going forward. And the other that we've got on top too, the Pariah, 14 into 10. So this is pretty interesting. But just running through it again, selections here, we're putting in 1, the Pariah, bit of value. I think you have to have in 8 Admirable. Then the 3 in the betting, Minor's Luck, Bikaromba, Saxon Place. And if there's 1 to charge home late, it could be 9, Russian Forward. But it's 14 out to $18, whether or not today's Patna Racing suits. Righto, they're behind the barriers now. Won't be too long before we cross back to Darren McCauley. This is, without doubt, punters up there in Singapore, toughest race of the day. Holding at the moment. We're in a holding pattern. In a holding pattern, there's Robbie Marcoux. And Danny Miller's joined Bernie Ryan and Paddy Birmingham. How many Kalgoorlie Cups you, Dan? So we've got 6 between us now. It's building, Macca. We might have 10 before the day's out. Money continues to come in now for Admirable and the Pariah, the 2 best back runners in this race. Yeah, we all need one of them, Dan. Dan just saying we all need another Northerly. Well, we'll be counting down the minutes too to the big one today, the Belmont Sprint, where we'll have a chance to watch El Presidente and Marasco go head-to-head again. And the support cast, Arroyo Gold and local legends set to run a good race too.
Yeah,
one for the novelty
starting
place.
to move up, Stardom coming forward.
Okay.
With Platinum Moon.
Now we've got race broadcaster Darren McCauley joining us as the horses start to move in for race number 4.
Yeah, False Bravado going up now. Marty, can I throw my Kalgoorlie Cup calls in there as well? What tally does that give us? Be a few. Now we're waiting on Russian Forward. Russian Forward to join the line. The Pariah still out with Bison Times. Also Saxon Palace, Flirtismo, Miner's Luck, Admirable, and Biker Romba. So Russian Forward locked away now, and False Bravado in the orange jacket is in there. False Bravado locked away. Stardom and Platinum Moon. Up comes Miner's Luck. William Pike aboard Miner's Luck. Biker Romba. About to move along now. Impressive first up winner, Saxon Palace, to come forward with Flirtismo. Bison Times resuming today as the Pariah, and Admirable with the blinkers going on for the first time in its brief career. So Biker Romba goes up. Locked away, Biker Romba. Flirtismo now moving in with Admirable. At the halfway stage of today's meeting. Now Bison Times coming along. Still the features ahead of us, the Guineas and also the Belmont Sprint. This is for the 2-year-olds. Up goes Saxon Palace, the Pariah completing the line, and they're about to run at the 1200. They're all set. Betting race. There they go. Away and racing. Stardom, Platinum Moon jump well. Bison Times out quickly, and there's Panic going up near the lead. Harvey is sending the Pariah across now, joining Admirable and Biker Romba, driving up just in behind those when they go out past the 900 metres mark. They're followed deeper on the course next of all by Miner's Luck. Just in behind them came Russian Forward, then came False Bravado in a very tightly bunched up field. And over on the outside, Saxon Palace. What's happened here? Now, a couple of these have gone absolutely via the Cape. Something's amiss. Something's amiss. Bison Times, Panic, and the Pariah have dropped out. So I'd suggest to you that you hold on to your tickets. They come up towards the home turn with about 450 metres to go. Biker Romba's gone to the lead. It's Biker Romba leading around the home turn by a length and a half on Admirable, and third is Miner's Luck. Stardom's back on the inside, followed further back at the head of the others by Saxon Palace under enormous pressure. But Biker Romba's in full flight inside the 200, out by 3 lengths. Miner's Luck, which is starting to pick up strongly. Over on the inside, Biker Romba shortening stride. Miner's Luck gathering it in, but the post is looming, and over on the inside, Biker Romba's going to hold on. Biker Romba scored by a half length to Miner's Luck. Admirable or Saxon Palace hit the line together for third from Stardom, followed behind them by False Bravado. Next in on pulling up was Russian Forward, then came Flirtismo. Well back in the field then to Platinum Moon. Then came the Pariah, who finished off the race with Panic, and Bison Times was pulled up at the top of the home straight, and Lord only knows what happened there in running. Hold on to your tickets. I'm not quite sure what's gone on there. Now, whether one's run the others off the track or what, I've got absolutely no idea. 1:11.84 the time. The winner is number 2, Biker Romba, to give trainer Jimmy Taylor the second leg of a double for the day. It's beaten number 4, Miner's Luck, and it's a photo for third. A rest between Admirable and also Saxon Palace, who stood them a big start at the top of the home straight. But Biker Romba makes it 2 wins from both starts. Saxon Palace had the momentum up outside of Admirable. There won't be a lot in it though when they go to the post. Not much in it at all, in fact. Nearly a dead heat for third. The winner by pure win from Simply Ebony for Troy Van Heemst, A. Dutton, Jay Ferguson and S.D. Parsons. Jimmy Taylor, Jason Brown combining. Yet another win for the Taylor stable. 4 Miner's Luck second by Dane Time from Take the Strain for Trevor Garbutt, M. Gear, H. Tyrrell and B. Doran. Trained by Trevor Andrews, written by William Pike. And no sign of the photo result for third, with Biker Romba to pay $3.40. 1:11.84 the time, and we'll be interested to hear from the stewards as to what happened there in regards to Panic. Also to Bison Times and the Pariah. But something obviously has gone completely awry in running. Gee, I'd like to see what happened there. It was quite remarkable. They were packed up like an absolute tin of asparagus. And then all of a sudden, 3 horses started to ease back. One went to the outside rail. 2 were taken hold of. And it was mayhem back there. Anyway, they all got around safely, albeit eventually. Here's the winner, Bicaromba, coming back. Jason Brown in the saddle today for Jim Taylor, #1 rider for the stable. Now, third goes to #8, Admirable, after the photo. Admirable has held on to third just in front of Saxon Palace. It's 2, 4, 8 and 3. 2, 4, 8, 3. Admirable is a Magic Albert Starglow Express filly for Wally and George Daly, trained by George Daly and ridden by Peter Nucky. As the winner comes back, he's undefeated now, Bicaromba, and Jay Brown was on his bike there with the favourite too, getting him clear in the home straight, and although stopping in the latter stages with a big enough break in hand to hold on from Miner's Luck. Let's go down to Wes Cameron.
Thank you, Darren, and a very good victory to Bicaromba, taking out the Westby 2-year-old plate, and a good story attached to the victory as well. Troy Van Heemst, one of the part owners with me. Troy, congratulations on the victory. 2 out of 2. Great success story, not just for you, but for the other owners as well.
Absolutely, yeah. The boys got 3 other mates, all first-time owners. Picked up a cheap horse for him, and he's turned out to be a little beauty.
You were just saying he came out of the autumn sales?
Yeah, he did. Bought him from Connor Park for $12,000 by a pure win out of a Bletchley Park mare. Obviously, we stand Bletchley Park. I got a lot of time for him as a broodmare sire, and couldn't be happier with Jim and Jason over here. Great job.
Certainly have done a great job. His first up performance over 1,200 metres was good. That was probably the grounding for a race of this second up over the 12.
Yeah, for sure. But he never looked like a jump and run out and out 1,000 metres sprinter. So 1,200 looks ideal, obviously, at this stage.
And what are the plans for him? Keep him going while he's in such great form, or tip him out?
There's the man for that. And talk to the trainer.
As long as he keeps winning. Troy, congratulations. I know the fellow owners would be tickle pink.
Absolutely. Thank you again.
Well done. Troy Van Heemst there, Darren, and Bicaromba makes it 2 out of 2, taking out the Westby 2-year-old plate.
Out of a former pretty useful filly too, Simply Ebony, who I've got a funny feeling was trained by Alan Broder, Wes. But she was a useful type, a filly by Bletchley Park, as Troy mentioned there. Troy runs the Linwood Park operation there for his father and mother, Ted and Marilyn. But what do you think happened in running? What was going on back there?
I think what happened, Darren, was that Bison Times was up front leading and all of a sudden lugged out. And when it lugged out, it took with it Panic and also the Pariah.
Right.
And I think the jockeys on both Panic and the Pariah had nothing really much that they could do. Not when they were going at full clip like that.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they were just carted to the outside fence, and that was their race run well and truly over.
I actually had a horrible thought in the back of my mind when I saw them pulling up and easing down the side. This could be a false start.
I gathered that in the call.
I thought maybe some riders have twigged and maybe some haven't. I thought to myself, well, is that a possibility?
I think you're getting news through now. But,
yeah, we're just getting the stewards on the phone now about this situation. So, yep. Righto, thank you. Yeah, they're going to have a look at the patrol film before correct weight can be declared. Fair enough too. So that's the story. The story of race number 4. Pretty eventful, wasn't it? The previous event of the day, but Bicaromba. It's a horse that's going to turn out to be a pretty useful little money spinner for its happy group of connections, winning from as many starts now on 2 occasions, beating Miner's Luck, Admirable, Saxon Palace, a nose away in 4th place. Okay, we'll leave it there until stewards get back to us, Wes. Let's have a look at race 5 today. This is the running of the Bar Dreamer handicap at 222. 6 Friar Alarm, 9 Oceans, 12, 10 Shiny Row are scratched 6, 9, 10, and only the 7 to go around, so that necessitates in a 1-2 dividend only. Okay, so we've got a bit of time up our sleeves here until they have this long, lengthy look at the Stewards Patrol film of the event that unfolded there in running. Bicaromba will pay 340 and 180. Miners Luck $1.90 and Admirable $2.20. So bear with us. We're going to take just a short break here from the broadcast box for the time being, and stay tuned. We'll be back with more details in regards to the event that unfolded there in race number 4 coming up in just a few moments. Sectional 34.20, 35.20, 35.20, the last 600 metre sectional. Here hurls. Nothing. Part thereof, just getting used to from the stewards. What's happened is Bison Times appears to have hung out in the blue, white and red colours, taken panic with it, and the Pariah as well. So correct. Okay, so correct weight being declared, and it's just one of those unfortunate circumstances that's unfolded there. We might have another look at that a little later on as well. Correct weight, no further action here after the running of race number 4, but Bison Times has hung badly after leading, and it's taken panic and also the Pariah right to the outside. So nothing awry there with the start whatsoever, and the race has now been declared with correct weight. So by Karomba first, Jason Brown 340 180, 4 Miners Luck $1.90 and 8 Admirable $2.20. Saxon Palace 4th in the Quinella $7.90, the Exacta $19, Trifecta $66.90 and the running double $186.70. Pretty eventful race number 4 of the day, but he looks good, this fellow. Bike Aromba, he made it 2 wins from 2 starts. And also the Belmont Sprint.